Hello, hello. How are we doing? Okay, I'm waiting for someone else to join because today I will not be running the live by myself. I'll be having a coaching fellow, and her name is Adele. She's the founder of By Yourself. Cool. There she is.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful.
Long time
How
no
are
see.
you? It's been ages. How are you?
Good, how are you? I love
So great
everything
to
you're
have you.
doing.
Oh, and I love the fact that you're still on that mission, yeah? I was just telling here people on TikTok that unfortunately, well, you people here on TikTok you won't be able to have the full visual like experience, I would say, but at least you'll be able to hear what we're saying since you don't have a TikTok account, right? But we will be indeed reposting the live right here, so don't you worry. Yeah, I was telling them that about by yourself. So yeah, you're still on that mission, girl.
Of course,
You're still on that
the
mission.
way you know you're on a mission is when you cannot not be on the mission,
Well, yeah. Great sentence to start.
right?
Cool. All right. So we want to know where are you based for everybody who's watching right here. And one more question for you. I want to know if you've ever felt that you are meant for more. Like if you've ever had that urgent that is telling you, hey, you're special. Hey, we got more to do in this life. Hey, we have a new life awaiting us. Know if the life that you're having today is reflecting that voice. Okay,
Mm.
as we walk you through the theme of today, which is how to rebuild yourself, how to have a new identity after awakening. Since last week, I walked you through into the awakening phase, the reality behind your reality, the story of your life, the author behind your story, and also we talked about the 8 models of dominant thinking. Yet today we'll shift, yeah, we'll elevate the game, how to build a new identity. So, you
I
ready?
love
We
that.
got this? We got this. So tell us, Adele, what was the last time you went through an identity shift?
Oh God. I first of all love this topic. I think once people realize how important this is and how much power you have over your identity, if you want to say that, I think I'm doing that every single day. I think
Oh, I
every
love
single
that.
day I'm moving towards a future version of myself, right? Um, yeah. And then, of course, then you can have the bigger ones and then you can have the small steps that then becomes the bigger ones. But since one of my core values and also part of what I love to do is growth, it feels like every day I'm exploring what else can I be? Who else can I be? What else is within my potential in this lifetime and beyond, of course.
I still remember the wallpaper you have of your values.
Still have it. Now I'm doing this on my phone, so I can't show you, but I still have it.
Good
um,
Lord.
but if we will say, okay, so last time was so recently I've started to write on my book, and you've done that,
Congrats.
so thank you. And I realized that writing on a book takes a total different type of person than I've been before. It takes new habits. It takes a different kind of structure throughout your day. And it also takes a different kind of belief system than what I had before about what productivity is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you see, because this is actually one of what where we're bringing up this topic because people think that identity is something that never changes. It's something that
Yes.
we have to stitch to us. Like no, and you must for sure have seen a lot of people and probably read about a lot of stories about people who were I don't know, doctors and who are married to somebody else, and then if you look at them now, they are just they're just playing a different game.
Yeah.
And for them to be able to do that, they had to adopt a new identity. They had to go through that shift. So yeah, you can go through an identity shift every single day.
You
Every
can.
single day. I was telling them the other day, I just opened up my heart and I said, I myself, I'm going through an identity shift right now. Like I went through a lot of identity shift in my life that I can literally, I can count, because through different phases that, as you said, especially if you are on a mission which is very much related to growth, you have to adapt. You have to be like, ready to take off the dress or the tie. If it doesn't suit, just
Yeah.
throw it. Just throw it.
Yeah.
Why would you keep it? If it doesn't serve you, then why would you keep it? Because anyhow, you won't get what you don't need. So, yeah, cool thing. And so anyhow, you just highlighted, you said, because writing your book, right, made you take in that decision. Mm, cool. And unfortunately, there are cases I want to talk about that force us to change.
Mm.
Yeah. For you, probably you made the change because you wanted, right? Because
Yes.
you know that you're the owner of your own life. You're the author of
Yeah.
your own life. You hold the remote control. But there are cases when people are really forced to do so. Unfortunately, one of them is death, when you lose a loved one. Second one is when you go through like a tough breakup. Here we mean like love and emotions and all of that.
Mhm.
And the third one is when you lose a career. As I just said earlier, it's when the problem is when we stitch that identity to us. So when you think that you are a doctor for the rest of your life, or that
Yep.
you are a writer, or whatever, and the moment you lose that career, you collapse. You
Yeah.
collapse. Imagine your whole belief system, your like your whole habits, your stuff. It just, you feel like a part of you is is not
Dead.
there,
Yeah.
is not there anymore. So we don't really always wish for such unpleasant moments for us to change, because anyhow, that's the nature of humans. If we're not growing, we're dying, right? If we're not growing,
100%.
we're dying. So why would we wait? Don't we trust ourselves to move? And I very much believe that you remember this. I'll be sharing this personal thing with you all. Do you remember when we were walking down the streets in Tallinn, Estonia?
Yeah.
And I opened up my heart, because at that time also I was going through an identity shift, and I was like opening my heart to Adele, and she looked at me and she said, you see this traffic light? As we are crossing the street, I want you to leave her behind." Do you remember that?
I do.
And
Oh my
you do,
God.
right? It's like, I want you to leave her now behind. And I wouldn't lie to you, like there were like two two kind of clashing feelings in me. That one that said, oh, but that's a part of me. Like I would like kind of, I felt like I would be abandoning her. And there was another part that said, whoa, that feels so easy. Like it's just
Mm.
all in the mind. If I just leave her now behind, then I can do it. Then I can definitely, then I
Yeah.
can definitely do it. Oh gosh, it's been 2 years for that.
Oh my God. Yes. Will I be
Yeah,
seeing you this year? Will you come this year?
yeah, I am.
Nice.
I am. Will you?
Yes.
Lovely. So I think we'll be going through another walk, through another
Yeah.
identity, another identity shifts. All right. So what else you've got to say, Adele, about us as humans and how we can rebuild a new identity?
I do want to add to what you
How we
just
build an identity.
shared, because it's so interesting how leaving that girl behind or leaving that identity behind feels like the end of something. And what I sometimes say is that if it's not life threatening, then it's ego threatening. And that's exactly what it is. I mean, identity, what is identity? In the end, it's just something we make up for us to
True.
show up in a certain way to get a certain result.
True. Is who you th is what we think we are. Is who you
Yeah,
think you are. Yeah.
who we
Just
think we
simple as
are,
it is.
who we think we need to be in order to do X, Y, Z. For many people, our identity is not based on what we want and who we want to be. It's based on who we think we need to be for other people to like us. It's based on for who we think we need to be for gaining approval from the external world. And this is where if that is taken away from you, then who are we now?
True.
Because that is fully out of your control. If you don't decide who you want to be in this world, then the world will decide that for you. And if that
True.
happens, that's a very, very vulnerable situation to be in. In my terminology, that's when you sell yourself.
Yes. And you stop buying yourself.
Yes.
That's when you stop running your life because yeah, you just handed your remote control simply to someone else to set
Yes.
their new identity for you, you know, the set
Uh-huh.
of the set of habits, the set of beliefs, the set of, you know, the programming then starts.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's why we always also stress on awareness. Yeah, the awareness of your own bodies because we are different bodies anyhow. We are this combination of energy, spirit, thoughts, and emotions. So you have to be really aware of whatever that you are composed of as a human being. That's the only way for you to start building a new identity based on what you set for
Mm.
yourself, not based
Yeah.
on what somebody else did that to you. And don't you ever think, and this is a fact, it's not a belief, that your old identity will never show up? It will always be. I wouldn't lie to you. As I said, I'm going through now an identity shift, and my old identity just said hi to me yesterday,
Yeah.
and I went like, "Thank you for showing up, but I ain't gonna reopen the door. Get the hell
Yes.
out of here. I send you lots of love, but we're not in this together." You
Yeah.
know, I had to put on my attitude, and like in a while we'll be talking about the empowered attitude. I had to put that attitude, you know, I had to wear it back. I had to embody it, I will say. Yeah, a better
Yeah.
word, embody it
Yeah.
rather than just wearing it. Gosh. All right. And
I want to add to that
so
because it's like you said, Norris. Many people think that, okay, now I'm stepping into this new identity. And what usually happens is exactly what you said is when you have these two identities and there's like a pull in each direction all the time. And it feels like you're being pulled in two directions. And if we're not aware enough to stop and ask ourselves, which one do I want to be pulled in? Because your old identity will pull you back because that's a familiar part, that's a safe part, that's the known,
true,
that's the comfort zone. And your new one, which is what you want to do, where you want to go, will pull you in another way. And those two will create a little bit of tension.
true,
If you are not aware enough of where you're going and who you want to be, it could be easy to fall back to the old one because that's the easy path. That's the path with no resistance. And
true.
that's when people think that, ah, because it's easy, because it's comfortable, let me just do that. Because
Yeah,
the
let
brain,
me just be back. Yeah.
yeah, because the
Let me
brain is
just be
here to
back.
keep you safe. It's not here to make you grow, evolve, and be
Or
successful.
happy.
Or
True,
happy
yeah. It
even. Yes.
doesn't really care. Yeah. I mean, as long as you're safe, you've got food and all of that. Whatever it's familiar, because that's how the brain
Right.
works. Yeah, that's
Yes.
how the
And
brain
this is
works.
where you want to step in.
Exactly, because anyhow, the brain is yeah, as we said, the job of the brain is not to make us happy or anything. It's actually, it wants to make things easier for us. That's why whatever that we get programmed
Yeah.
with, then just out, you know, it becomes our safety, you know, and our like our regular kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but
it's
that's
also
not
there
the
to
way it
preserve your
is.
energy. So the road with least resistance is what it's gonna take.
This was gonna take. Yes,
Yeah.
this was gonna take. So, and I want to also talk about this, since you just highlighted, because there will be a little bit of tension in the beginning. Like there somehow like there are two dogs, right? One is trying to take you right, the other one is trying to take you left.
Yeah.
And this is why most people, especially when we talk about these things, oh, it's easier said than it's done. Oh, it's easy to talk about that. Oh, but yeah, theory is always easy. You know, it's not like when you put in the hour and you do the thing, and that's when your true power comes out. That's when your empowered attitude has to take, you know, the lead. So now let's talk about the four key factors, as I promised, that will help you build a new identity. And I want you to remember that. I want you to tattoo them, yeah, in your brain. So we've got number one, which is triggers. Yeah, triggers. We have ease, we have motivation, and then we've got rewards. Triggers, as we were just talking about the tension, it's that, you know, when an event happens, it triggers a certain behavior, or either that's a behavior or a state or whatever that you do on a daily basis, that you are so used to. And then the ease, triggers are very like easy to follow through, because triggers are just something that are easily, to be, to take shape.
Yeah.
And then we've got motivation. So we want you to think of, how will you motivate yourself? How will you motivate yourself to build that identity? So when an event happens and triggers something, triggers a habit or whatever that you do repeatedly and that you're not satisfied with anymore, and then we want you to remember that it's very easy to get the triggers around us, and then we want you to set a motivation. How will you keep motivating yourself to set that new identity? And then the last but not the least, which is reward. How will you reward yourself when you get to that new identity? And here's a bonus for you. You can always use the desired reality method. Yeah,
Mm.
as you said earlier, we need some clarity. We need to know where are we heading. But when we start imagining that a new identity, it simply means a new reality, right? Because that's why I asked you earlier to type here in the chat if you've ever felt that urge. Yeah, if you've ever felt that you have a feeling inside you that says, "Hey, I'm meant for more." But does your reality really reflect that?
Mm.
Yeah. So we want you to really have that desired reality crystal clear, kind of, in your mind, because whatever gets reflected in the mind, the body operates according to it, right? And when your body starts operating a certain way, then starts. The whole shift starts. Do you usually follow through the same technique to have a new
Yeah.
identity, Adele?
I do, I do. I think what's the most important thing for me and what you said is that we need to have a vision that pulls us. That's the motivation, right? So
True.
whenever you're questioning which road should I take, which one will bring you closest towards your vision? Which identity that is like which dog or identity, which force that is pulling you will get you closer to that vision. So hence why it's so important to stay connected to that vision. Because if not, there will be a fear. If it comes from fear, fear pushes, and then it's easier to fall into what's easy and what's familiar and what's comfortable. But if we have a vision that we're connected to and emotionally connected to, yeah, that for me becomes a motivation to lean towards the edge, the new identity, the expansion that is waiting there. Is it
Yeah.
hard? Sure. But I also say
Yeah.
it's also hard to stay the same. It's also hard to be unfulfilled. It's also hard
Yeah.
to walk a path that is not yours. Be in an identity that you didn't choose. So
True.
choose your heart, right?
Choose your heart. Yeah, correct. And we are always at the choice station. Either we like it or we leave it. As we said, like most people, because we will now shortly talk about the empowered attitude. That's most people lack that empowered attitude. They live on the effect side of life. They don't know that cause causes certain effect. And empowered people are those who have the remote control, that they know that the remote
Mm.
control is within that reach at any time, anywhere, whatever that happens, and etc. And yeah, you got to choose. You've got to choose your heart. So your motivation is to finish the book and to see it. And how will
Yes.
you reward
Oh,
yourself? How will
sorry.
you reward? How will you
I
reward yourself?
That's a great question. Actually, that's a really good question. And I think it's such an important thing for everyone to know that the reward is not only to go have that dinner or I don't know, whatever you're rewarding yourself. The reward is much deeper than that. It's actually an emotional anchor for you to start making sense of your journey. Because I have many high achievers that come to me and they say, I've done this and this and this and this and this. And what's the point? Like it feels like I haven't gone anywhere. What I've
Yeah.
realized is because they haven't anchored their achievements in rewards, in acknowledgement, in telling themselves that, I did this, I showed up like this, good on you, well done. When you don't
Yeah.
anchor that emotionally, it feels like the journey is useless.
True. And sometimes the goal behind the goal is itself is just to achieve the goal.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, like you've done the work, you showed up. And screw anybody else who said, oh, but nobody did buy it or nobody is talking about whatever. But screw you, like you didn't see the work. You didn't
Yeah.
see the work I had to put. You didn't see the sacrifices,
Yeah.
the kind of that tension that I had to go through, the identity shift that I had to, the identities that I had to let go of. So Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
about
Showing
sometimes.
up.
Yeah, this is probably another topic that we would love to talk about some other days. How we define greatness, how we define success as individuals, and etc.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
What
Okay,
about you,
and
Norris? I was just curious. When was the last time you had an identity shift?
I was telling you, right? I am now going through an identity shift,
Yeah,
like
tell me about it.
these days. Yeah, and it feels like. I was also given them the other day an example that when you sell your old furniture till you get the new one, the space will be empty, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will look a little bit empty, and that will make you question yourself, like, what's happening in here? Who am
Yeah.
I? Is this okay? No, this is not normal. And that's the mind is playing the game, the safety card game. Oh, we're
Yes.
not safe. Oh, we're not safe. And then you start getting into that flight fight mode because that's the job of your brain back again is to help you
Yeah.
survive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And you
then
still don't have all the evidence yet to fulfill that reality as
exactly.
well. Yeah.
Exactly. And and then, but the thing that has been really helping me a lot that I'm not a beginner in this. Like as I said, I went through a lot of identity shift. Yeah, some of them were stronger than the others, I wouldn't lie, because that depended big time on the belief system and etc. and the values that I had. Yet yeah, it's beautiful, it's scary, it's worthy of. And it's just human given,
Yeah.
It's just human given, truly, truly. And I will do whatever it takes for any voice that always tells me we've got more to give, we've got more to serve, we've got more to create, we've got we've got a better life to live. And for that, I think I'll give my all. I will
Mm.
go through the pain. I will still choose my heart. I will still
Mm.
choose my heart.
That
So
takes
yeah,
courage.
it takes a lot of courage, absolutely, a
Yeah.
lot of bravery, a lot of trades off. Yeah, you cannot have
Yes.
it all. You cannot have it all. You can own the game and run your race and buy yourself, or you can be like anybody else, but you can do both.
Yeah.
Can you do both? You cannot do one. If you think you can, then you must. If you think you can, then you must. You must. You must. So yeah, let's see. I'm very excited for this summer. Yeah, I'll be running a workshop for the new book out there. So yeah,
Well done.
I'll, yes. Oh,
Where's it gonna
that would be
be?
stunning. It's called Pick the Path with the Heart.
But
Yet
is
I
the
haven't
workshop
decided.
online?
No, no, no. We'll be live. We'll be live. I'll see how it goes with the spots right there, and I'll let you know for sure. Yeah, I'm so excited actually. I'm so excited. It's been 2 years because I couldn't make it last year, right?
Ah,
So
so you will do it in Tallinn,
yes,
like in Mind Valley.
let's see how it goes. Either Mind
Okay.
Valley or yeah. So
Or
still
around it. Yes.
all around it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, the whole community is there, and
Yes.
it's a beautiful place. I love that place. I feel the creativity in that place. It's known
Yeah.
for being the hub of students. It's a very small, I would say, country.
Yeah.
Yet the level of creativity that country has, it's just stupendous. It's
Yeah.
just stupendous. All right. So let's now walk you through empowered attitude as we promised. As we also highlighted a few things about it earlier, that empowered attitude. See, let's take the word empowered. It's coming from the word power, right? So it's just very easy to remember. As I said, people who have empowered attitude are those who know that the remote control is within their reach. And when we say remote control means I decide,
Mhm.
it means I choose.
Yeah.
It means I get to do this. It means I believe. And it's all about positive stuff. Yeah. It's when you are on the cause side of life and not on the effect side of life. In NLP, we call this when you live by and with the outcome frame. Yeah. You believe and you know from the bottom of your heart that your thoughts affect your feelings, and your feelings affect your actions, and your actions affect your results. And when we say
Results.
results, we mean reality. So, Yeah, you know that you are the main, you know that you're the writer of your own story by the end of the day. And you're not sinking in victimhood. Yeah, you are living in heroism. You are a hero. That's much about it. That's empowered attitude. And it has always, it has, I would say it has to be always there because your old identity, as we just mentioned, will always, sneak in and come and say hi to you, as mine said yesterday. And I just, told her, oh, exit blog, go that way. I'm not available. Thank you for showing up, but you are not serving me anymore.
Mm.
So now, Adele, tell us, how can we deal with emotions and thoughts when that old identity shows up? Because when the old identity shows up, there will be a bunch of emotions and thoughts, right, among it. So we want to know how we can deal with that.
I think the first thing is to create space to even hear those thoughts and feel those emotions, right? That's what I think
Correct.
most people don't even do that. They run away, they avoid, they overwork, overdrink, over scroll on social media, and they keep themselves busy. Um, for
Busy
what I
being busy.
Oh, yes, for the sake of it. And most of the time, it is to run away from whatever is coming up. The second thing is to recognize, is this, you were talking about empowering, is this a thought, an empowering thought? Is this a thought that's going to support the emotions that I want to have driving my actions? Because as you said, your thoughts create
Agree.
your emotions drive your actions create your results, reality, your life. So I think the main thing is to become aware of your thoughts. For me, I'm huge on thoughts, because
You
one,
are.
I am, because it's like Dr. Joe Dispenza says, your personality becomes your personal reality, and those lies in the language in your head, right? So everything is language. Everything is what you're telling yourself that you are, or that you're not, that you can, and that you can't, and your belief system. All those are based in language. Once we can recognize that and identifying what kind of emotions is this um, uh, triggering in my body, and is those emotions supporting the kind of actions that I want to take. That's
Yeah,
huge.
you see, it's back to triggers. Yeah, it's back to
Always.
triggers.
Yes,
Yes.
it's huge. So that's the way I would do it. Create that space to hear your thoughts, feel your feelings. Are these serving the actions I want to take? Are they empowering, or are they disempowering? Are they in alignment with who I want to be and where I want to go, or are they not? And if they're not, everything is made up. So we can literally
True.
just go back and change the thoughts.
I like that you started with thoughts, because whatever that you're feeling is you're feeling your thinking, by the way. Like
Yes.
feelings won't just come like that randomly. So they're caused by a certain way of thinking. So
Yes.
you have to catch the thinking. And here's one more thing I would love to add. When you said, this is a very good point, by the way, we should never run from whatever is whatever that we are feeling, whatever that we are, whatever that we are thinking of. Think of your thoughts as a verb with ing. Yeah, don't just think of them as thoughts, because when you think of something as a noun, you will forever think that it's fixed.
Mm,
But when you think of it like an ing form, it's something that is going on, right? If it's something that's going on, it means I can stop it. I can just cut it. I can just use a very sharp, I don't know, material, whatever, and just cut it.
yeah.
So think of it like an ing, and this is something I do go through myself. Like, I use it, and it's very, very, very helpful, and it's very helpful. And honestly, what is life without a mindset? I always tell
100%.
no, I always tell people, like, everything is a mindset. No matter what you try to tell me, everything is a mindset. Your emotions is a mindset. Your success, I mean, success, whatever. The illnesses that you're having in your body are caused by your mindset. Everything. Your
Yeah.
relationships. Take any level in your life. It is all caused by your mindset.
Yeah.
It's all caused by your mindset. Now, if you want to talk about spirituality, that's a different topic. But it's, again, it's a mindset, because you have to train your mindset to be, to be the server, but not the master, because spirit should be the master, but your mind should be the server. But see, mindset is there because it has to accomplish and take and what do the job that your spirit is asking you to do. So see, mindset is there. You can't just live without a mindset. Yeah.
Now
What
you
is life
went
without a
deep. Now
what
we
is life?
went deep.
Yes, like what is life without a mindset? Cool. Is there anything you wanna add to this? Do we have any questions in here? Let me check TikTok. Let me check. Let me check in here. Discussing how to build your identity. Okay. What's in here? So Adele, was there any time that you felt that you had an urging that told you we are meant for more, that you are meant for more, that you got some specialness? Tell us more about that. Because when I
Okay.
talk about these things, and this is the main reason, and I would say the main foundation of my new coaching program, which is the Possibilitarian Breakthrough Program. and I
Nice.
and I built it on this topic, which is the voice, that always speaks to us. Because if
Yeah.
there is a voice, there is a soul agreement. The voice never comes to you like that, never comes to you randomly. And if there is a voice, there is a soul agreement. If there is a soul agreement, means there is a sacred story that me and you today got to live by and according to. And within that story lives a gift, lies a gift, that I will say.
Yeah.
So the reason why we keep getting those nudges is
Yes.
for a reason, right? So tell us,
Yes, I
tell us,
love
tell
that.
us
This
more
is
about
so
that.
beautiful. It's a big part of by yourself because that's what happened to me. I used to have this voice within me all the time, like life must be more than this. Surely this can't be all. What about everything that I want to do? And then, and it's what happens to many people, I got all these layers that covered this voice. So, no, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. This is not how it's
Yes.
supposed to be. All these conditionings, all these limitations from other people, all these societal expectations, parental, cultural expectations started to become like a layer on top of my voice, on top of that whispering voice. Because that's what I say, like your dreams whisper and your fear screams. And if we don't get quiet enough to hear our dreams and start removing what's in the way of us hearing them, we will end up living a life that is not ours, based in fears and based in approval for other people, from other people and society and the whole world. So yes, many times I heard that voice, and to your point, that voice is there for a reason. It is there for your soul contract. It is there for whatever you want to call it, for your mission from God, for
Yeah.
whatever you're here in this world to do. Most people,
So
unfortunately, die with that voice inside of them because we never quiet the noise and we never
yeah,
question the noise. And that's what
true.
I did. That's when I realized that if that voice is there, and it became so painful, Naris, it became so painful. It was, in the end, it was almost screaming. I was like, I need to do something with this. And I'm now old enough to not care about what other people tell me, right? So,
Yes.
yeah,
Correct. As we said, the moment you get that voice, or whatever you wish to call it, because people call it differently. Either that's
yeah,
intuition, or
calling, yeah,
eh, as we said, because that's a deeper topic. We will probably one day talk about it. You have straight away to go and quiet, make the space.
yes,
Go into something called into the awakening.
yes.
You
And
have to start awakening
allow
and
yourself to
and
become
allow.
unpredictable.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. Allow yourself to be unpredictable. Yeah. And this is one of the questions I got the other day. Someone just dropped me a message and said, "Is it okay that if I get to start, if I get to kind of, start not being unusual with people?" kind of if I get to change and maybe stop talking to certain, I was like, congratulations, because that's just an effective
Yeah.
way, and that means you're on the right path. That means you are really getting it right,
Yeah.
really getting it right, because that's what it takes to be
Yeah.
unpredictable and predictable even to yourself. Forget about,
That's what I
I'm
mean. Yes.
yes. That's what I told you. I'm going through an identity shift right now, that are like, those moments when I'd be like, "Hey, who am I?
Oh, me too.
Like,
Like,
who am
since when
I?"
did I say no to a lunch on a random Tuesday? But I have to because I'm
Exactly.
focused to write my book, you know?
You got this. Yeah, so this is what it takes, and I'm really excited for what we have this summer, about the program back again. It's a 4 month journey, and it's a lot of cleaning. It's a lot of because there are a lot of non-linear things you know, that have to be
Beautiful.
cleaned. Yeah, we
I
need
love
cleaning
that.
materials. We need cleaning materials. As I said, I started the program for the people who have that voice that tells them you're meant for more. You've got this, pull to create. You've got this pull to spread magic and do it all. But you don't know how to decode that voice, or you know it, but you don't know how to start working on it. So it's a full crazy journey, and I built it especially for the creatives because I'm a creative myself. That's my soul archetype, and it took me a while to know that. It took me a while to
Mm.
know that, but I've always had that voice since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And what happened on the way for me to be able to decode that voice was just crazy. So from a dropout to a, I see, I hate to say I'm different. We are all different, like
Yeah.
genuinely different. Because if when we start hearing like people, oh, some people haven't kind of, voices that she's saying she has always known that she's special and etc. We'll think that we are cut from a different cloth. No, we are not. We're definitely not. Yet we are just, we've just, I think, not I think, I believe that we are humans. We are all a piece of the cake, we're all a part of oneness, but what we get to do with what was given to us is what makes us different.
Mm.
It's just that we do different things.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
that we do different. It's just that we do different things. All right. So there will be a lot more to talk about in level two after Into the Awakening, as we said, which is level one. Level two is called a renewed sense, yeah, of self-discovery and worth. Because when you dash away whatever that stopped working out for you, then you have a new identity. How to rebuild it, what can happen after that is just so amazing. And we'll be having like around 11 subjects. Lost versus evolving. We have understanding and building a new identity. We have how to adopt an empowered attitude. We will also do a lot of coaching through thinking, feeling. We will also tap into some spiritual topics like the heartfelt wisdom from within.
Mm.
Yeah. And I'll be sharing here in level two one of my favorite formulas, which will walk you through talent, potential, passion, and purpose. We have also what you didn't choose and knew less about, which is personality. Because here when we talk about identity, people always think it's personality. See, personality is something you were born with. That's a different whole topic, yeah. And I'm excited actually for this, how to write your run it script, how to write your by yourself script, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the first
Yes.
chapter in my book is called The Script.
Oh, will you be able to disclose the name or not yet? The title
Oh,
or not
probably it's
yet?
gonna be by yourself, girl.
See, buy yourself is everywhere. Buy yourself is everywhere. That's
I'm
that's
gonna
the game.
brainwash that into society.
Yeah, and here I will come to this point, and there will be two more topics we'll be talking about in level two, which is what's your drive at this stage, because the drive will start to change after your awakening phase. So probably by level two, you'll start to have a new kind of drive, and we will also teach you how to set goals because we don't want to just get into that. Okay, we know we're very clear, but also we want to make it come to pass, so we need goals. we are still living in a physical world. Yeah, spirits, but living in a physical world. So we need goals, right? We need to
Mm.
make them all come to pass, and we need to help people. So we need to do that. So here's yeah, you just said about how the fact that you're using by yourself everywhere. It's the same thing with me when I was you know, searching for a name for my coaching platform, and at that time, Run Your Race, my second book was already out. So a part of me said, oh, but you're repeating yourself, kind of. You know, you want to also still put run somewhere. I was like, no, but I something is very, you know, very how will I say? It's very deep about it. Like it's something that I really can't. And I what I mean I can't. I mean truly, like I can't. It's something coming from spirit. Like I have to keep it. So it was also Run It. So that's how it came. Run Your Race and Run It and all of that. So there you
I love that.
go.
I love
Loving
that.
that. Loving that.
I think if
We're
some people are
looking.
here joining your program, I think it's spot on, right on time. And this is what we need these times. And some people think that we can do this ourselves. And I want people to ask themselves, like, if you could, wouldn't you have done it by now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes I mean I do have a coach myself. I mean,
Oh,
I'm a
me
coach
too. I
and I
have
have a
two.
coach.
I have two.
Like she's a
Yeah.
coach and she has a coach. And this
Yeah.
is not to tell you this is not about, you know, this is like pure authenticity because we've been in this game for how long now? I think for Adele, you've been longer
Many years. Yeah. 10
than
plus
many years.
years.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, 4 years, like it's been a decade for me. It's been, I'll say, 5, 6 years. And on the way, you will know that, you know, see, it's the same. I will just keep it very simple. When your car breaks down, do you fix it yourself and you know nothing about, you know, engineering and all of that car engineering? You take it to a garage, right? Because you trust the people who can do it. You trust the people. When you, if you've ever written a book, but you know nothing about editing and graphic designing and, you know, the publishing field, you go to a publisher, right? It's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. And, but again, it has to do with what we've been programmed, right?
Mm.
Correct?
Definitely.
And yeah, it's the same thing also when people really need a therapist, but they just resist. They don't want to go because they've been told that going to a therapist means you are a failure. It means you are a psycho.
Yes.
It means that you are something is wrong and off about you and you must die and all of that. So yeah, if you've got
That's
any
it.
more questions and if you wanna say something, love?
No, I was gonna say that's it. We're just it's all about the meaning that we assign to anything. And even
True.
that is not fixed, right? So
True.
that is when we can decide that the meaning we want to assign is going to be aligned with the life we want to create and question
True.
it. Question everything.
Question, yeah,
Yeah,
question.
like
Question
literally,
never.
nothing is true.
Uh,
Nothing.
true. True,
Yeah.
yeah. You were born to question, like question,
Yes.
dude.
Look at
That's when
kids.
exactly we are kids.
They just go,
We're still
why?
yeah,
Get
and for
curious. Yeah.
an adults start thinking that they are annoying, but that's how it should be. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
well, let me
adults
be
themselves are
annoying.
annoying. Adults themselves
I'd
are
rather
annoying.
be annoying than making other people feel comfortable and then be quiet in my uncomfortable life.
You got this. You got this. So
Right?
if you want to know more, true, yeah, true. If you want to know more about the program, don't hesitate to send me a message, all right? Or you can just visit runit-it.ae. If you want to know more about Adele, the services also she does, you can just visit her personal account or my personal account. And yeah, I just want to have a final look if you get any questions right here. And yeah, as I promised, especially for the people here on TikTok, I'll be reposting yeah, the full live, so you will have a better like visual experience since Instagram is enjoying it more. Yeah. We send you lots of love and wait for my next live, which should be held next week. Yeah, we gotta keep it running. We gotta keep it buying ourselves, and that's the game. That's the mission.
Yeah,
Anything you
I
want to
love
add,
it.
love?
I do. I
Anything you
think
want
this is beautiful what you're doing, and I absolutely adore your mission and sending all the love to your new program and everyone who's joining. You're in good hands. Thank you
to?
for having me on.
Yes,
I love speak about these topics.
always. And I
Yeah,
look forward to see you in Estonia.
me too. Beautiful.
Can't wait. And yeah, we're just like 2 months. 2 months. 2 months
Sorry.
are left. Yeah, two
Yes,
months.
yes,
I think within two
yes. It's
months. Yeah.
nothing. Yeah.
We shall make it happen. Yeah, we send you lots of love. Take care of yourselves,
You
and
too.
always set your intentions. Today's intention was already set for you, so you can have look back at the replay. Yeah. Take care and good night.
Bye.
Bye.